Hi, welcome to PowerPoint Quickie with Sam, where I share with you quick and simple PowerPoint tips and hacks. In today's video, I'm sharing with you 2 cool ways to jazz up your presentations by filling your text with images. I have 2 slides in my presentation, as you can see on my screen, and the goal is to replicate or recreate the effects so that you can incorporate them in your designs. On my first slide, the merge effect was used to fill the text with an image. Now, once this effect is used, the text becomes an object and you're no longer able to make changes to it as you would if you were working with a normal text. Now, if you foresee that you'll be going back to this design or presentation in the future to make changes, it's best to not use the merge effect. Now, on my second slide, another effect was used. This is the simplest method, and once this method is used, you can go back to adjust the text, you can subtract or add to it, you can change the font or even the size. So now that you have an overview of what these 2 different methods entail, I'm going to jump right into the tutorial to show how you can create them yourself. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is to insert a new blank slide, and I'm going to just drag this below the first slide since I will be recreating the first effect. I am also going to go to insert, and I'm going to add a text box on the screen, and I am going to type creation rocks. I'm going to change the size of the font to 200, and I'm just simply going to drag this so that everything aligns. I'm going to center the text on the page, and I'm also going to change the type of font. I'm also going to change the paragraph spacing since there is too much space between creation and rocks. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to choose paragraph, and I'm going to change line spacing to exactly, and I'm going to adjust the point to 150. Let's drag this on the page, and this is what it looks like. Now, the next step is to choose the image I will be filling this text with. So what I'm going to do is to go to the Insert tab, Pictures, this device, and I am going to go ahead and choose the image. Now, this is the image I'm working with. As you can see, the aspect ratio of this image to the slide I'm working on is different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ensure that the picture format tab is selected. I'm going to go to crop, and I'm going to go to aspect ratio. The aspect ratio of the slide I'm working with is 16:9. So once that is cropped, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag it across the screen. Now, if you're not sure what aspect ratio you're working with, simply go to the Design tab and click Slide Size. Immediately, you will know the screen size of the slide. So I am going to push this image to the back, center back, and there you have it. So the next step is to select the image and the text, and then we start merging. Now, this is something you want to take note of. Before you can use the merge feature, you have to select an object with something else. So you cannot merge a single item by itself. Now, to ensure that the merge feature works, you will have to click the image first and hold or press the Control key on your device, on your computer, and then using your mouse, select the text. Immediately, the shape format appears, and that is what you want to select or click. The next step is to locate merge shapes, and the option we want is intersect. So wherever the text falls on the image, that is where this setting will grab and fill the text with. So I'm going to select intersect, and there you have it. This is the effect. And as you can see, regardless of how many times you click, you will not be able to edit this because it's no longer a text, but it's now an object or a shape or an image, if you will. So now that you've learned the first method to fill a text with an image, let's move on to the second option. And as I've mentioned before, with this option, you can go back and you can change the font, whatever you want to change. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new slide, a new blank slide. I'm also going to insert a text box, and I'm going to type feed me food. I'm also going to change the size of this font to 200. I'm going to center it on the page, and I'm going to change the type of font to something that is custom. This is something that I paid for, so depending on the sort of look you're hoping to achieve, you might want to buy a font, and depending on where you'll be using the presentation or how you'll be using the presentation, you may need to have a commercial license. Now, I am also going to change the paragraph spacing. I'm going to select exactly, and I'm going to change this to 170. Now, the next step is to start filling my object. To do this, I'm going to click anywhere within the text, anywhere, it does not matter, and I'm going to press Ctrl A to select everything, and then I'm going to right click on my mouse and choose the Format Text Effects. So once this is done, a box will appear on the right with different options. It's always the first option or the text fill and outline icon. Now, since we want to affect the fill of this text, I'm going to ensure that picture or texture fill is selected. So immediately you'll realize that the fill of my text has changed, and this is because I was actually working on this prior to this demonstration. So to add a new image, you'd simply go to insert and then locate the image on your computer. And that's it. Now, if we should go back to the initial slide, you'd realize that this text has an outline and this one does not. To add an outline to this text, we're going to use the same process. Click anywhere within the text, Ctrl A to select everything, right click and Format Text Effects, and go back to the text and outline option and scroll down, and you want to ensure that you've selected text outline. Ensure that solid line is checked, and you can go ahead and adjust the width of the outline so that it's more pronounced. Now, there you have it. I recreated this option. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is for you to change the text or whatever you want to adjust on this page. So I'm going to change feed me food to food is awesome. So whatever you want to change on this slide, you can go ahead and do it. I'm going to change the size of the font. I'm going to change the type of font. And there you have it. All two methods demonstrated. Now, to conclude, always remember that the first option, which is using the merge feature to fill a text, once this option is used, you will not be able to change or modify the text. But if you use the second option, you will be able to do whatever you want with the text, whether to change the font, the size, the outline. You can do whatever you want to do. Now that's it for this video, guys. If you appreciated the content, if you've learned anything, please like, subscribe to my channel, share the video, and leave a comment so that it will help the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.